On the 22nd of January 2024, the Honourable Marc Miller announced further restrictions to Canada's immigration. Now, if you're interested in coming into Canada as a student, it's very important that you watch this video till the end so you know the implications of these policies. Now, this is going to change everything. And like many people have been saying on social media, Canada has closed their doors. It's not entirely closed. To be sincere, after going through some of the things I've seen here, they're not entirely so bad like that. I feel it is something that can be flexible. It's just that you have to be more conscious of how you go about getting admission into Canada. If you want to find out what these policies are and how you can navigate it, so that if you want to transition into staying back in Canada when you're done, maybe getting your PR, then watch this video till the end. Hello everybody, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about working, studying, settling down in Canada, UK, US. If any of these countries interest you, please subscribe to my channel. Hit on the notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you know it's time to watch Cynthia Academy. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. It's very important that you know that these policies are categorized into three aspects. The first one is cap on international student permits. The second one is your spouse open work permit, and the last one is your postgraduate work permit. And these things are very important to consider them whenever you're coming into Canada. It's very important that you plan accordingly with these things. Now, I'm going to share the first update, which is centered around the cap on international students. They said that currently they have 1 million students pursuing their studies in Canada, and it's one large number. Remember that a lot of people have been complaining about the housing crisis, and they feel that that population is just too much for them to handle or manage, and because of that they want to put restrictions on students coming into Canada. Actually, they said the main reasons why they want to put this restriction is because they feel that the quality of education is coming down, because there are more students coming into some private colleges than usual. However, they said that the main reason why they are introducing this is because they feel that the quality of education will drop as a result of some of the curriculum licensing arrangements that are made between private and public universities. See, you know how it is in Canada. It's very difficult to get into some universities. Not like it's very difficult, but it's just that their criteria is quite high. They want you to have like a 3.0 out of 4.0 or a 4.0 out of 5.0. And it is very difficult for people who have maybe second class lower to get into Canada. So you need another layer, maybe another master's, that you achieved a high grade in that master's, so that when they combine your BSc and the master's, it could substantially add up for you to pursue a master's in Canada. So that being said, they said that they are targeting a maximum of 360,000 students in the year 2024, and they don't want it to exceed that. So they said they were going to bring out quota and give quotas to different provinces. You know what it means? It's like it's going to be tough. So these provinces or territories will now issue a quota to individual universities and colleges, and you know what that means. It means it's going to be tougher and more difficult to get a student admission in Canada. In addition to this, they expect you to provide a province attestation letter. So it's very important that you provide that while you are pursuing your visa application. So thinking of that, it means that you have to prepare yourself seriously for studying in Canada if that is still your dream. So you have to plan accordingly. I would advise you to apply early for admission. Don't be the last minute admission, they're about to close. They will consider those people that applied first before you. Seriously, especially if everybody has the same qualification or the same grade, they will consider those people that applied early. Do not apply for admission late. Make sure you gather all your documents. And with this happening, another thing that they have announced, which is the second aspect I'm talking about right now, is that this spouse open work permit would cease. Seriously, this is a tough situation. You know, just like in the UK, they stopped students from bringing their dependents into the UK from January 2024. So this is in the same light. They don't want spouse open work permit. And with this happening, it's going to be really, really tough. Many people come in as a family so that maybe their partner or spouse will work and help to pay off their school fees while they're studying. It makes life easier with their kids. And the reason why many people want to relocate is because they want to relocate as a family. They want to travel out as a unit to better the life of their children. So with this happening, oh my goodness, I don't know what to say. What I would say is, if you need to apply for an open work permit, it's better you do so as soon as possible, because they have not announced the date when this particular policy will take place. And once they announce that date, you know what it means. It means after that time, you cannot get an open work permit as a spouse. So if you're in Canada right now and maybe your spouse is back home, you know, I think it's very important that you just get your application sorted. Call the embassy and find out what's up and get anything you need to do sorted before this policy gets implemented. So it says that those people that are already in Canada as students with their spouse that already have open work permit, they're okay, that there is not going to be any change. There is going to be future application, and they have not stated the exact date when this would happen. So I'll just feel, if you want your spouse to be with you, you guys need to submit your application and get this sorted. Another thing they announced was the postgraduate work permit. Now it's like graduate visa or post-study work visa of the UK. And this is one of the things that makes Canada attractive. I see this in a positive light, and also because it says that even if you have a short program and it's a postgraduate program, master's, PhD, you're going to be given 3 years of postgraduate work permit. So it doesn't matter if the number of years you're going to spend studying is 1 year, you're still going to get that postgraduate work permit of 3 years. Usually what happens is that if you study for 16 months, you'll be given 16 months postgraduate work permit. That gives you enough time to, you know, pursue a career or look for a job so that you can get your PR, you know. So with this, I see this as a welcome development for PhD, for those people on the postgraduate route. Now, what this actually means is that you have to pursue a master's or a PhD before you are awarded this. If you are on the undergraduate route, you are not qualified for this. They also stated that starting from September 1st, 2024, international students who begin a study program that is part of a curriculum licensing arrangement will no longer be eligible for post-graduation work permit upon graduation. What this means is that those educational institutes that have this private-public partnership where the curriculum licensing has been, there's an arrangement there, no more, as in you cannot have a postgraduate work permit. What it also means is that before you apply for any, you know, admission or school, make sure that they have the postgraduate work permit. Don't apply to some of these private institutions that have this problem. No, don't apply to them, because if you apply, you might not be able to stay back in Canada after you must have completed your studies. You would have to go back to your home country. And if this is not what you plan on doing, it's advisable for you to try your best to select the type of universities you want to pursue your education in. It says in the weeks ahead, open work permits will only be available to spouses of international students in master's and doctoral programs. The spouses of international students in other level of study, including undergraduate and college programs, will no longer be eligible. So if you want to pursue an undergraduate program, you will not be eligible for the PGWP. So this is why you have to consider what route you want to use to come into Canada. So having said that, I would say that you have to try the express entry route, which is really good, you know. I showed a video how you can use the CRS tool to do a calculation to determine how much you score, then whether it's comparable with what score they have been giving or inviting to join the pool for express entry. I'll link the video up here so you can go and explore that option. It's very important that you know your grade. Now imagine if you are less than 30, I would advise you to use that tool. And if you have a master's and a BSc and you have more than 2 years of work experience, my dear, join that pool. Go and write IELTS and join that pool. It's the best thing that might happen to you if you want to travel out of the country, if you want to travel out of your home country. It is one fantastic thing. Go and do it. If you are less than 35, you can still weigh that option, and maybe you have a relative and you have a BSc, a master's, oh my goodness, and you have a lot of years of work experience, maybe 3 or 2 years of work experience. Please go and check your CRS score and try and explore the option of express entry. It might be a better option for you. Right now, different provinces have, maybe that their RNIP, that's the Rural Northern Immigration Program. You can explore some of those options, and they want to bring in skilled workers who are in a particular sector into their provinces to help join the workforce. So I would say, you see these provinces, go to their website and just watch there, check everything there. Just try your best and explore all these options. It could be of benefit to you. See, things are getting tougher, restrictions are coming in every time, and I would say it's going to get easier. It could get worse, but at the same time, Canada has announced that these changes would just last for 2 years, and then they will see whether they want to further implement it, go further with it, or maybe go back to the old stuff. So I don't know. These restrictions are just too tough. They're really, really tough. But we'll see how things go. Remember to do your research when you're applying for any admission. Make sure you plan to get your provincial attestation letter. Make sure your personal statement is strong, and make sure your statement of purpose. Sometimes people ask for statement of purpose. It's good. The essays are tight. Make sure you have any English proficiency requirement, be it IELTS or GRE if they ask you for GRE, and prepare all your documents and just apply. But while applying for any university admission, make sure that that university has the potential to issue you or sponsor you on the postgraduate work permit, which is going to be 3 years, which is, I think, is fantastic news. This is the best news from everything I've listed so far. It's an opportunity for you. So I wish you the best. Please like, share, subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye.